Welcome to another episode of the Tony Montana channel. In this episode, while we have our kids here performing their nuttiness, we're going to just address performance versus production. Okay? Performance versus production. I know at some point, you know, we as a community we agree that we wanted both in our dogs. That a dog should be a performer and a producer dog. That's the ideal dog, and I'm okay with it. I'm in agreement with that. But I keep getting people. People are getting confused the two terms, and that one is required before the other one. Like you have to be a performer. You have to be a performer before you can be a producer. And people that have bred a lot know that that is not the case. A great performer doesn't really mean that it's going to be a great producer. And a dog could be a straight up cur and produce deep game dogs. And I'm using historical terms so you understand. So these are not references to anything illegal. I'm just using the terms for you, the public, to understand my meaning. So continuing to use historical terms used in the fraternity. I keep saying that these dogs, the only way you can find out how good of a producer a dog is by breeding. The same way you only know how good of a performer he is by having him or her perform. Hey, come over here. Just stay here. So just think about that, guys. Don't confuse the two terms. Don't confuse it. Obviously, again, the ideal thing would be that it would be a performer and a producer. But you're not going to get that most of the time. So a lot of times, I guess what I'm gonna use another historical term. A rank cur can produce great lines of dogs or great dogs, or a dog that has laws can produce a line of great dogs. One example of this would be Snooty. Snooty was reported losing two or quitting two times, or at least one of the two times. So yet he is largely used, and he has his blood is coveted, and I believe he is also an ROM. Now you also have dogs that are great that come from a litter that isn't that great. For example, Shady Lady. Shady Lady, from what I read from something its breeder said, was that Shady Lady's litter was half whole. Half of the litters in Shady Lady, the little mates in Shady Lady were cold dogs. But we know that Shady Lady was a great performer. I believe Southern Kennel Goldie was also cold. Yet she produced great dogs. I believe one of Patrick's dogs, I believe it was Red Baby. I'm not sure, one of those babies was a cold dog. She was one of the top ROMs, female ROMs a few years ago. I'm not sure if she still is, but she too was. And I'm forgetting the name. I don't know if it's Red Baby or not, or yeah. But you can look it up. She was one at the time, a long time ago. She was number 2 as an ROM producer behind Honey Bunch, but I don't know if she's still there. But she too was a cold dog, and from there's so many dogs. I guess all of the sire for Banjo and BB Red was a cur. Stood the line. That's why they received it with really cheap, And yet, this dog produced Banjo and BB Red, just to name two. And the more you do your history, you do your education, you realize that these dogs can produce. Pete General. I believe Pete General's. I'm not sure one of the parents was either cold or a quitter. Yet everybody talks great about Pete General. So performance versus production. It's not the same thing. The only way you could find out one or the other is by actually getting into the activity and see what happens, how they perform or how they produce. Okay, so this is the dog I have. That's the Chico Lopez dog. Look over here, hombre. See, he got great. He got many great things. Like I said, he is a cold dog, but if I put him to work, he'll work his legs off, his paws off. He will definitely do his best to continue forward. Yet, he had an opportunity. He had the intelligence to choose yes or no, and chooses no, not to be dog aggressive, and that's fine. That's fine for a pet, you know. But I believe that he should be given the chance to see if he produces much better. If he produces when outcross dogs that are meeting the standard of the breed. So, anyway, my other dog is this one. He's not for public stud. He definitely acts a lot better. He definitely is looking to engage when he sees big dogs outside. Not some. He's curious with little dogs, but he definitely looks to engage with big dogs. And he has also great pedigree. I just don't have him as a public stud because that's not really why I got into the dogs. I really didn't get into the dogs to make money or do this or that. I'm just making it that particular dog because of money for another pup that I never got back. So I'm just trying to get my thousands of dollars that I gave a couple of years ago for in anticipation of a future pup. So that's that. That's don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to get money back for the cold dog. That cold dog, I took that as a loss. So it is what it is. It is not that I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to get money from another pup that the guy never gave me back. But anyway, this is Tony Montana. Till next time.